Welcome to yet another ham radio video. This is JKQ4DUX. If you're new here, I like to explore ham radio from a learner's perspective. I'm fairly new, been in this a couple of years, so join me and maybe we'll learn something together. So today, this is the Parks on the Air Support Your Park weekend, and our local club planned to meet here in Frank Jackson State Park in Opp, Alabama. And for the first time, something new, a fairly full parking lot. Now most of the time when I come here, maybe one other vehicle or two. Last year during the Support Your Parks weekend, just a couple of us. We usually have the whole park to ourselves. We did not do any checking in with the state park if any other events were here. And there is an event here, but we had hoped to use these pavilions, but they are in use. These people will be leaving probably before we do, so we may get to use that later today. But it's just another opportunity to adapt and come up with plan B. And that's really what portable operations are all about. Yes, it's a hobby. Yes, it's fun, but it also serves a purpose in preparing you for emergency communications. And in an emergency, you have to make do with whatever you have available, whatever your surroundings and equipment are. So I see this as a very good opportunity to come up with a plan B, see if we can get something set up here. We're looking to set up 2 stations, a higher power station. Someone else will be bringing a full power rig. And what I'd like to do is set up my off-center dipole maybe up in this tree and run one leg to that tree yonder and one over here. And then, you know, my typical QRP setup with my K2 somewhere farther down this way. So what I would like to do, I had planned was to get everything set up and maybe do a few contacts myself before other people show up, just to kind of get my activation out of the way so I can help other people. But I'm gonna put the camera down and we'll get a couple antennas up. If I did have a camera person or a good mount, I maybe would film that, but we're just gonna put them up real quick here and I'll come back, show you what we got, and see if we can make some contacts. Beautiful scenery here at the park. See you in a minute. All right guys, this is the first station I have set up. So I'm gonna set up for 15 meters. I did have a failure with my PVC mount, which I initially wanted to do. So that's another thing that's nice about the mag mount. Even though we're not on a magnetic surface, it's heavy enough that it can be used just about anywhere. So I had this on 15 meters and basically did a few park-to-park stations on CW, and then I just called CQ on SSB. Got another guy from the club here. A little bit of CW experience, but not much, so I thought he'd enjoy more listening to sideband QSOs. So now I'm going back to our other station. I have the off-center dipole set up, tuned up pretty well on 40, 20, and 10, so that'll work for us over here. And maybe we'll get another radio, but up in this tree is the long end of the off-center, and then the one right in front of the picnic table is where the center is, the coax going up. And then here's the short end, and I like to use a high visibility line to tie it down, and some flags, especially when we got extra people here. The last thing you want is for someone to get tangled up in it. Like you said, you know, it's not only for their sakes and everybody else, but you don't want to give yourself or amateur radio a bad name in a public place. So we're gonna get set up and try our luck on 10 meters at this table. Well, we're on the lunch break. Made some contacts, 15 and 10 meters, both on sideband and CW. So I moved over to hook up to the dipole. I got a little DX on 10 meters. I think we had France and the Netherlands and the Mexico station. So that was pretty cool, and got to meet a brand new ham. Just got passed his test and just hasn't even got his call sign yet. I think his name was Steve. He was able to come out, and the other guy that was here, Pat, left. He had other things going on, so we're just making some lunch and taking a little break. And a couple other people said they'd like to come out and join us here this afternoon, so we'll catch you back in a little bit. All right, what a beautiful scenery. I'm getting ready to call CQ on 20 meters. A couple guys showed up this morning, made some contacts, and then we got a break. They had to go. Other people might be coming. So I'm set up, hooked up to the off-center dipole, and let's get ready to call CQ. So 20 meters went very well, very pleased with how it went. It was fast and furious as it usually is. So in the interest of time, being I had over 30 minutes of 20 meter CW activation footage, I'm going to put that in a separate video and cut that from here. So back to the footage and the rest of the video. Alright, well, we'll stop there. Pretty good run. What do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 7, 8, 9, 31. 31 in about 40 minutes. Not bad. Well, I don't know if this will be it for today. We'll probably come back and do something else, and hopefully someone else can show up and have some fun. Delta Uniform X-ray. Yeah, Roger, on the 54. I'm running QRP here. I'm in park also. Park's on the air. My park number is US 1041, and signal report for you about a 5 and 3. Uh, 1041, 1041, over. Yeah, you got it correct. Roger, roger. Yeah, good luck. Have fun today. 7-3. All right, we slept through that one. Mike 0 Tango Tango Quebec. On the air all the time for Parks on the Air out of the UK. A little bit of QSB, but I thought I'd try 12 meters. Parks on the Air. This is Kilo Quebec 4 Delta Uniform X-ray.
Whiskey 1 Lima India Mike.
Okay, I got a Whiskey 1 Lima India Mike. Yeah, beautiful signal here. 5 and 9 into the park. I'm in South Alabama. My park 1041, over.
QSL, you're not real strong. I'd say about a 53, 53 up to me in Maine, over.
Yeah, roger that. Thanks for Maine. Yeah, running QRP here and just a little telescopic whip on the tabletop.
All right, fantastic on the QRP. All right, thanks for being there. I'll get you the log.
All right, thanks for running. Have a good day. 7-3. This is Kilo Quebec 4 Delta Uniform X-ray. Let's try that. Okay. Ontario. Oh, I got one. Good signal from Ontario. Oh, getting 19 dB at this RBM. 30 dB. Canadians, 30 dB in Canada is pretty good. I'll get a couple more minutes and maybe I'll change bands again. TTQ. That was the guy I talked to on sideband not long ago. So that's pretty cool. We got him on sideband and CW. There you are. Well, we got a couple in a row. Both were sounding pretty good. Oh, there was 12 meters. Back in a minute. Well, we're gonna wrap it up and tear down. Absolutely gorgeous day. Beautiful location. Had a few people from the club stop by. But I'm gonna talk a minute about packing out. You know, a lot of people film antenna deployment and setup, but packing out is also very important. One thing I'm guilty of is you have a lot of fun, or you know, maybe you need to be back at a certain time, so you push it to the end and kind of throw everything in the pack or whatever you're carrying it in. Well, in my experience, that just leads to a big mess down the road, and then you lose stuff or whatever. So I'm gonna show you some of what I do. So mostly I got my in this pack, and this I believe is a laptop or something pack for, it's from the National Guard. I bought off some guy, I don't even know. It's more of like a computer type bag, but right now I got counterpoises in Ziplocs. I got one for miscellaneous connectors. This is actually a standalone antenna if I really needed it and I forgot everything else, or say I wanted to hike over across the lake, didn't want to carry anything. So mostly this is my cables, counterpoises, and my meter and stuff like that. And I pack my radio and my battery and that sort of thing in here. A little more protection. And then my third is I got a backpack that's all my cordage, all my paracord, rope, tent stakes, and that sort of thing. So like I talked about earlier, I don't use this dipole in the field. This may be the first time I've done it, but let's just walk through taking it down, because you don't want to get these lines tangled up in the tree. That's the last thing. So right now, the way I've deployed it clear of branches, but the way I'm going to take it down, I want to get these lines away from the branches, so as I lower it down, it's not going to get tangled up in all these oak leaves. And this is kind of a unforgiving tree to get things stuck with or stuck in. Yeah, I don't know how good you could see where the top is, but if you follow the feed line, I'm just directly below it right now, and I don't want to get stuck in this branch for sure. So I'm going to take the long leg of the off-center dipole and also stretch it out in a way that hopefully will avoid the branches. So let's see. And I tried to make knots and stuff come out easily. And again, trying to do all this one-handed and hold the camera and all that. Maybe someday I'll have a little bit fancier system, or a camera person or whatever, but for now you're stuck with doing it like this. Let me grab this. It was fun. We didn't have a huge turnout, but the people that did turn out were genuinely interested in finding out what this is all about. So I got to explain parts there on the air to some people that haven't done it before. So that was cool. All right, so now if these wires are over here, when I lower it down, in theory we shouldn't get tangled up in the tree. Okay, so now lastly I got the main line that I gotta untie here. All right, So, let's see if it'll come around. Even the bark on this oak is wanting to grab the rope and stuff. Alright, so now we're all clear of that. See how it goes. Lower this down. So far, so good. I can even gently pull on the coax and use the coax to guide it, get it back down. Well, we're looking good. One more thing. I'm gonna detach this. So stand by. I think I need 2 hands to untie this one. Anybody have a recording of the Jeopardy song? That might be appropriate. Probably wouldn't take so long if I was not holding the camera, but I've been doing things by myself so many years. Kind of learn how to get things done one way or another. Alright, so that's free, and I'm going to let that go. And last but not least, let's get that line out. Alright, everything's on the ground, nothing's stuck in the tree. Hope that was helpful and of use to you guys, and I think I'll be signing off. Great day. I'll put a QSO map at the end of the video. We did make quite a few contacts and some fun DX, so that was good too. But thanks for joining me today. You've watched yet another ham radio video. This is Jay, KQ4 DUX, saying hope to see you on there soon, and 7-3.